I'm Birges, drive the 32 Super Modified. I'm 63 years old. What I enjoy most about Madera Speedway is the tradition here. I've been racing here quite a few years. It used to be, before they resurfaced it, the track had a lot of character, and if you were familiar with the track, you had a big advantage. There were bumps in certain places. There was more grip than others in certain places, and if you were a local, you were able to really have an advantage. Now, not so much, because the track's been smoothed out and have better groove. But this is where Super Modified racing was the heart of it for many, many years, and we're trying to make a comeback here, and slowly but surely we're succeeding. These Super Modifieds, how they're different from any race car in short track racing now is you can't buy one, you have to build it. And these are all homemade designs built from scratch. It's not like a sprint car where you can buy a chassis, buy the wheels, buy all the components to put it together, or a stock car where you can buy it complete as a roller. You have to build everything from the wings to the motor mounts to the headers to everything. So it's a throwback to the hot rod days where you built your own hot rod and did the best you could with it. What I enjoy most about Super Modifieds is the fact that these cars aren't that expensive to procure, and you can be faster than anybody on the track. We hold track records wherever we race. This Super Modified was built in 1998. We take a 30-year-old car and run with a brand new sprint car that's over $100,000. So they're economical, and they're very easy to drive, and they're very fast. That's what I enjoy the most about them. And plus they look unique, and it's always fun to be that way. My particular favorite strategy on racing is I like to get as much accomplished as I can in the first 2-3 laps before everybody gets to spread out. So you try to maneuver as much and put yourself in a favorable position in the first few laps before the pack allows to stretch out, because then it becomes much tougher to catch and pass an individual. You potentially can't have a yellow flag in the race, and then you would never be able to bunch back up. So my strategy is try to get through as quickly as possible to a position where you're able to be in a podium area or whatever. So move as quickly as I can, as early as I can, and then let the race come to me. What do I do outside of racing? I also race motocross in a senior circuit. You know, I used to race professional motocross in my teens and up through in my 20s, and I do it now still, you know, the supercross type stuff. I'm self-employed and need to be to afford a race car almost, and industrial contracting, do a lot of refrigeration piping work, a lot of process piping, a lot of stainless steel fabrication. And the fabrication and machine shop end of my business allows us to basically build these cars and keep them running. You know, other than that, my hobbies are racing motorcycles and racing the car, do some boating and traveling. You know, well, motocross is far more physically taxing, but not much more than you think. It's in a different way. When you're in a race car, the concentration is what fatigues you. So intense, you're concentrating the whole time, and a lot of times you forget to breathe. In the motocross, it's a lot more physical activity, and it's a lot tougher on your body. That's why they say with age comes the cage, you know, so people usually more from racing motorcycles, motocross into racing cars, because it's just a lot less physically taxing.